did get some great things for, yeah, for being willing, yeah, to show up and like, yeah, open up to that. And that's when, yeah, I kind of feel like I shifted my track a little. And yeah, just coming, or just kind of like, yeah, taking things as they come, still feeling like I've been on the defensive a little bit. And I feel like I'd rather use more energy towards creating like what I need for me now instead of fighting like the existing reality. Like I've screamed and cried and shouted from the rooftops, fire, 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 all I can cry, all I can. And whoever was listening listened, and whoever didn't like is listening to something else. So now it's time to focus on something else and collaborating with like-minded individuals to do what we need to know, yeah, to do what we know needs to be done, and show up and, yeah, as one, create that. So that's like my new focus, and like just feeling what I'm feeling, and being authentic and showing up, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, terrible, amazing, and knowing that it's all right, and not worrying like what other people are going to read into it. And I guess I'll learn my lessons if, yeah, like if and when I need to, like, but knowing that a lot of these things like judgments are projections, and like people only see the tip of the iceberg and they make their own assumptions. And so like unless they go deeper and they ask questions, like, yeah, they're just operating from a limited perception. So don't even worry about what they're thinking, because it's not really about me anyway. And that's like true for all of us. So like that's why I just let it be, and don't try and please everyone, because it's impossible. It's all the only ones we can like please like really are ourselves, but that shouldn't be our main goal either, because like sometimes we don't always get to be pleased, and that's right too. So yeah, yeah, it's a lot of good work and a lot of good things and a lot of good themes. And I really felt compelled to step up a little more, and I'm going to do a disclosure video series this week, because like, yeah, it's being asked of me to being nudged. And also it is like the kind of interesting polar shift uh, that I heard yesterday from Lee Harris's energy update for June. Like it was an interesting kind of a theme, because I was like, oh, I see that. It's just like the people who are introverted are usually kind of like, yeah, more inward, are going to be drawn outward. And I actually like, I really do feel that. Like I feel that for this month, like there's a couple things that are being asked of me to do and to come out and to, yeah, to get out, to bring myself outward too. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And there's a couple things that I'd like to do this month. So I'm going to put it out there, and I'm willing to choose them. There's summer solstice that's coming up June 21st, and it happens to be on a Sunday, and that's when I usually hold my Sabbath circles, around Sundays. And so maybe I will just put the invite out there that, hey, let's just gather together for this sacred day, this summer solstice, and like come, like join me, and to share and to play and to exchange and to like, yeah, just come for support and nourishment and, yeah, connection and intimacy and authenticity, and like, yeah, just a supportive space to hold everything, yeah, and to hold um, love and support for all of us, and, yeah, all the love we need. So I just kind of want to put that out there. And also, yeah, I kind of want to do an art class. It's been a couple months since I've done any pouring classes at the art studio. And so, yeah, maybe I'll schedule one class this month. Maybe see if anybody is interested in showing, coming to play and doing that. And then I'd like to do like a HDSA volunteer art therapy class if anyone's interested. It's still kind of like, I'm feeling a little shaky about this kind of thing, because like I'm not sure how comfortable people are like about gathering and doing certain things, but like I get to let that go too, and know that it's all right, and it's it's all true, like from everybody's experiences. But like, yeah, just release what's not mine, and like welcome and hold and include and meet with love, receive what's mine. Like to carry, to hold, to heal, and to alchemize, and to just allow. Yeah, and free. So yeah, this video is getting a little long, so but I had a lot to say, and I've been just meaning to, and there's been like little things that have kept me from showing up to do this, and like I know like that's a little bit of sabotage, because I've been for weeks like being nudged to do this, but like something always has been keeping me from it, and I was just like, oh well, like it's okay though. But like yeah, it is like I was feeling that before I even got on today, like where I just was feeling really, really tired and drained and almost like, holy crap, kind of almost sick, like I can't do this. But then I was like, maybe that's something that's not true, and it's like an interference pattern or something. So I was like, okay, I'm just doing it. I'm going to show up, and yeah, I'm going to choose it and let it unfold. So didn't really know what I was going to come in with or talk about, but I did want to like, kind of update and summarize like some of my alchemy practices, and like some of the things I've realized with working with my anger, and with some of the wounds around pain, trauma, shame, and like all of those things, like race, and like if you read my piece on my page on Facebook, like maybe that'll bring some clarity as well. So I may like go more into that as well, because that topic is loaded, and it is like part of belonging and everything. So, and how we see ourselves, that's a lot of what it's about, and a lot of like what we may be carrying guilt about, and like, is it inherited guilt or is it implanted guilt? Is it what kind of guilt and why, and like because that is a huge, huge, huge thing to look at and to feel into and to see. Years and years and years ago, I healed a lot of guilt that I was carrying for the collective, and it was like such an interesting and huge grieving process. And it was during a dieta that I was able to participate in, that was overseen by a beautiful mentor of mine. We call her Shamama. And it was the pinyon diet. And the pinyon, and pine really help heal and assist with transforming and transmuting guilt. And that was like the hugest thing, because like whenever I'd go sit down with my tea every day for 8 days straight at the same time, I'd be feeling just fine, just not a care in the world, just great, just awesome. And then I would sit down to meditate with my tea and to drink my tea, and then I would just start bawling all this sorrow, guilt, just pain, and overwhelm would just pour out. And it was like, it wasn't like it hurt, but it was so good to like just feel it and feel it out, and to release it, and to allow it to be expressed and healed and all of that. And I really understood that it was like all of this guilt that I had no idea that I was carrying, and some of it, like a lot of it, wasn't mine, but a lot of it I had carried because I had agreed to, but now it wasn't mine to carry anymore, and so like that was a huge, huge, huge blessing and release, and process that I got to go through. And we do have like these grieving processes that that come up, and that it's just time like for that release, so that we can make room for something else, for new life. And so I feel like that's a lot of what we're going through, and if I can remember that and bless that and allow that, then it kind of shifts how I've been perceiving where we're at as well. And so that was like something that I realized right before I did this video, is I did like a little 5-minute meditation, and I was like, why not? Like, it's 5 minutes, I can do this, like, because there's certain things that have kept me from kind of doing that as well. And so I did that, and it was really interesting what came up for me. It was like, imagine your struggle that you're having right now, imagine what that looks like. And it was kind of funny because I didn't like plan on imagining this, but it just came up in my imagination this way. It was revealed to me that like my struggle looked like it was paper doll cutouts in a way, like caricatures of these characters or these people in my life that I'm in relationship with, that I'm struggling to communicate with. And like me as a like kind of a stick man caricature figure of myself, like, you know, like with this noise is coming out but not really being able to be heard like clearly by anyone, like, or really understood and received or believed or taken seriously or anything, you know, like, yeah. And yeah, that was what my struggle looked like to me in my imagination. Like, yeah, like it was all bland, no color, like not really living, kind of, yeah, uh, just yeah, just cutouts of ourselves. Like, and that's interesting too. Like the symbology, cutouts. Like, what are we cutting out? Or like, yeah, like, or separate, and like how, you know, like, yeah, just all of that. Like, it's interesting to look at. And yes, that's a lot into that. But then it said, imagine in your mind that you're shape shifting your experience and you're going, yeah, and what does that look like? And then all of a sudden, like, I transformed into a blue morpho butterfly that was iridescent and free and flying and connected to the whole world around me. And everything transformed and turned into different sparks and expressions of light. And instead of like the paper bland cutouts, it was all now like jewels of light, and all of it was like crystallized and transformed into like all of these prisms of light. And it was like telling me, let go and let God, everything's all right. This is just trust that it's all well and it's all right. Like, yeah, it's all light and it's all like, it's all unfolding as it should. Everything is as it should be, even though it does, even if it doesn't seem that way. Like, it's just telling me, just live, let go, let God, let love, and let it be, and just be and be free, and enjoy the love and the joy that life is, and that life always is, all she is. Yeah, always. Like, all love, all, for all is love. Like, yeah, love it all because it's all love. Like, and so like seeing that perception shape shifting into, yeah, that was like pow. Like, I already knew that, but like pow. It's kind of funny. Like, and it did change it and it transformed it, and it did shift, totally shift my perspective and like how I've been seeing it. Like, because it looks so awful sometimes, like in certain ways, like where yeah, it triggers personal things and like old wounds from the pain body, like, yeah, collective and, you know, personal wounds. So yeah, but just like knowing that butterfly is the aspect, yeah, of the light, and yeah, and transformation. So yeah, that's all right. But like, just let go, let go and let God and let love and just be and be here and receive and be free and, yeah, be joy and live, choose to live and just be. And so, yeah, like, just show up and just be. And so that's like really empowering to see and to be and to feel and, yeah, to receive. Like, to, yeah, just to show up and receive that meditation, and then to get all of that in just that 5 minutes. So, huge. And so, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. And I hope you're all like doing well. I know we're going through hell. Like, we're going through that dark night of the soul. Yeah, to become well. And, yeah, to claim our own well. To claim that own well that we have. Like that infinite well that connects us to spirit and creator and to all of that, you know, that's within the well. All that's held within that well. And, yeah, our own well-being. So it's connected, yeah, to all that's well, to the larger well-being. So yeah, we can claim on that well, and we can call on that well, and we can claim our own well-being. So yeah, it's up to us. And all it takes is a willingness, and to say, I am willing. And so that's, yeah, with that, I'll close with that and fare thee well, I guess, and wish well wishes, and please be well. Yeah, we'll talk again soon, I hope. All right, ciao.